What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Talk with Broads. Today we watch college hoops, as we always do on Saturday. And wow! Do you smell that? Do you smell that? That is March Madness, people. March Madness is literally... I can smell it! Unbelievable games. People are teams are beating teams that they technically shouldn't. There are upsets all over the place. The Big 12, the best conference in college basketball, are literally beating each other up. It's insanity. Let's start this off with the biggest upset of the night, and that is Virginia versus Virginia Tech. Nobody thought Virginia Tech could win this basketball game. Going to a Virginia barn? This is a home game for Virginia. Virginia's ranked 2 in the country at this point. Realistically, probably could be number 1 because Villanova goes down last week against St. John's. They're 23-1. This Virginia squad. Virginia Tech is 17-7. And what happens? In overtime, Virginia Tech finds a way to win 61-60 with 5.8 seconds left on the clock. Blackshear Jr. finds a way. And that pretty much just says we're taking the number 1 seed in the country away from you, Virginia. And you know what? Virginia's been playing great. Obviously, teams don't go undefeated all the time and make their way into the tournament. That's just not how it works. You're going to lose games. But wow, just what a basketball game. Seriously. If you don't love college basketball after watching that game, then I don't understand. I don't understand. You had Robinson go off for a nice 20-point night for Virginia Tech. Wilkins, the senior from Virginia, gives you 2 points in 39 minutes. 2 points! Phenomenal basketball game. Continuing on, Michigan State. 4th-ranked Michigan State plays 3rd-ranked Purdue. And Purdue has been playing fantastic ball. Literally one of the best teams in the country in my eyes. 23-3. They enter this game against Michigan State, who was 23-3. Michigan State ends up finding a way to win 68-65 when Bridges hits a 3-pointer. A tie-breaking 3-pointer with 2 seconds left on the clock. And he ends up logging in 20 minutes for Tom Izzo. 20 points for Tom Izzo. While Jackson had a slow, boring night. Only taking 6 shots, 2 points, 5 boards. Winston gets 10 points, 10 assists. Logs in a nice double-double for Tom Izzo. Purdue, Isaac Haas, the dominating big man, takes 22 shots, gets 12 of them, drops 25 points. Edwards gives them 14, but it wasn't enough. Another fantastic ball game. You watch these 2 basketball games today, this Saturday. You watch those 2 games. You don't tell me you're not pumped up for March Madness? The best sporting event ever? I've been telling my parents since I fell in love with this college hoops March Madness thing about maybe 5 years ago is when I became the diehard that I am. My vacation days are already set when I have a full-time job for the first Thursday and Friday of March Madness. Because if you miss those days, you truly do miss everything. You miss the storylines. You miss it all. Kentucky falls to Texas A&M 85-74. Kentucky was ranked 24 at this point. This is the first time in Coach Calipari's tenure that he loses 3 straight. This team is just an emotional roller coaster. I don't know how these fans are handling it, because these Kentucky fans are diehard, and you know it. Knox gives them 18 points, 5 boards. Struggling Kentucky team. They are all over the place. At this point, they are 17-8 is their overall record. And they find a way to lose another SEC game to a Texas A&M team. Oklahoma State goes into West Virginia and finds a way to win 88-85 over this West Virginia team that has fantastic defense. Javon Carter, one of the best defenders in the entire nation, throwing some offense in tonight. He ends up getting 33 points, but it's not enough to carry this West Virginia squad. Oklahoma State. McGriff was one board shy of a double-double. He logs in 20 points, gets 9 boards. Smith also throws himself a 20-point night. Upsets. Upsets after upsets after upsets. Miami goes into Boston College, 25 ranked Miami, and loses 72-70. Oh! Miami just couldn't get it going. Bowman of Boston College gets 24 points, 12 rebounds, and Robinson, 29 points on the night. Found a way to win. And I know this isn't a big upset, but St. John's, after going on that 11-game tear, 11-game tear is in losing streak. You know, they beat Duke. They beat Villanova. They beat Marquette tonight, and they got a player going off, and it's special. He drops 44 points. 44 points, and now they're just tearing it up. They're somehow turning this around. Pons is his last name. 44. And they're off this 3-game win streak, and that's a story. I mean, that's a beautiful story. You lose 11 in a row, you beat Duke. You beat the number 1 team in the country. They're just riding the high right now. They're absolutely riding the high. Now, continuing these top 25 matchups. Villanova beats Butler, and it was close. In the second quarter, it was a close game. They win 86-75, and DiVincenzo gets his career high 30 points in this game. Spellman had a double-double with 10 points and 11 boards. Brunson, one of the best players in the country, gets 27 points. But Butler was there. Butler played well. Villanova improves to 23-2. Kansas falls. The Kansas Jayhawks are struggling this season. They fought a Baylor. And this Big 12, I said this in the beginning, they're just beating up on each other. Baylor is 15-10. KU falls to 19-6. Devontae Graham had 23 points. But this Baylor team had it all night. Their atmosphere in their barn pretty much locked and loaded them. No doubt about it. Going to the Big 12 Conference. Their worst team is 13-11 with Iowa State. And speaking of Iowa State, they had a big night as well. They're just beating up on each other. And all these teams that are elite can't find a way to have an unbelievable record because all these teams are just beating each other up. Iowa State hosts 17th ranked Oklahoma, a Trae Young. And they find a way to win. Iowa State does. A double-double by Lard, 19 points, 17 boards. Wigginton, 26 points. Trae Young only hits 1 3-pointer, 22 points, 11 assists. With Trae Young, I mean, how many times do we have to say it? I get his remarkable talent. I understand that he is only a freshman and he will learn and he has the shooting ability, but he's still far away in my eyes. I know he's going to be a great shooter and I get it. He's so young and he will learn. He will learn the mistakes. He turns the ball over a lot. But I just, the hype, there's so much hype behind it, because I get it, he's flashy, he's exciting, and Steph Curry, like, he puts up ridiculous numbers sometimes, like 40 plus, I get it, but every time I sit down, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this kid's move, all night long, every play, I'm gonna dissect it, he never does it for me, and I'm not saying he can't, I'm just letting you know that's how I feel when I've watched him, when I say I'm gonna sit there and watch his game. Xavier, 5th ranked Xavier, goes into Creighton, wins 72-71, as Gooden made 2 free throws with 0.3 of a second left. Whew, allowing them to hold that one off. Ohio State pounds Iowa, and Alabama I think they are underrated, man. They are now 16-9. They beat 15th ranked Tennessee 78-50, almost by 30 points, and they have a good squad. Dante Hall can finish at the rim. He has 17 points, 11 boards. That dude has a great field goal percentage. I know it's because he only dunks and finishes down the rim, but he is an elite player at this league. Sexton is a legit player. He had 16 points, 5 boards. He's a great, fantastic player. This roster for Alabama, I feel like, is a little bit disrespected. Petty had 14 points. He can ball out. He logged in 27 minutes. This Alabama team is a little bit underrated. They can win games. A struggling Wichita State team hosts UConn, and they pound them by 20 and win 95-74. Switching conferences, they're obviously, it's different. They're playing higher talent. They're now 19-5. They're ranked 22nd in the country. Gonzaga, 12th ranked Gonzaga played St. Mary's and won 78-65. St. Mary's was ranked 11th in the country, so Gonzaga finds a way to win. And right now with the West Coast games kicking on, you have Arizona hosting USC, and Arizona is up by 13 with 3 minutes left. College hoops! We're almost there, boys. We are almost there. March Madness is creeping up on us. It's fantastic. Thank you guys for listening. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment. I will see you guys next time.